Hi friends, welcome to Social Studies with Ms. Shin today. Let's start by going over our learning intentions. Today, we are learning to recognize cause and effect relationships in social studies so that we can understand that choices have negative and positive consequences. We will be successful when we can identify the cause and effect in different scenarios. So remember last time we learned two vocabulary words, cause and effect. Do you remember what cause was? Yes, the reason or the why. So the example that I used was, it's raining. It was raining outside. What is the effect? Yeah, the result or what happened. So because it was raining outside, I couldn't go to the park. I couldn't go to the park would be the effect. All right, friends, in our last lesson, we started a book, The Lorax. Do you remember an important event that happened in the story so far? Yes, so the Onceler started making needs and cutting down trees to make those truffula trees to make those needs. And the Lorax, who speaks for the trees, came out and asked them if he would please stop. But other people in their community wanted the needs, so the Onceler not only cut down one tree and was making it himself, he called his whole family over so they can make some sneeds. So now they have a whole factory going on, and what do you think is going to happen? Okay. So as we're listening to the second part of the story, remember I want you to be thinking about cause and effect. Something happened because something happened. So right now we know that the Onceler is cutting down trees. Let's see what effect that is going to have on their community.
And in no time at all, in the factory I built, the whole Onceler family was working full tilt. We were all knitting thneeds, just as busy as bees, to the sound of the chopping of truffula trees. Then, oh baby, oh, how my business did grow. Now chopping one tree at a time was too slow. So I quickly invented my super axe hacker, which whacked off 4 truffula trees at one smacker. We were making thneeds 4 times as fast as before, and that Lorax, he didn't show up anymore. But the next week he knocked on my new office door. He snapped, "I'm the Lorax who speaks for the trees, which you seem to be chopping as fast as you please. But I'm also in charge of the brown barbaloots who played in the shade of their barbaloo suits and happily lived eating truffula fruits. Now, thanks to your hacking my trees to the ground, there's not enough truffula fruit to go round, and my poor barbaloots are all getting the crummies because they have gas and no food in their tummies. They loved living here, but I can't let them stay. They'll have to find food, and I hope that they may. Good luck, boys," he cried, and sent them away. I, the Onceler, felt sad as I watched them all go. But business is business, and business must grow, regardless of crummies and tummies, you know. I meant no harm, I most truly did not, but I had to grow bigger, so bigger I got. I biggered my factory, I biggered my roads, I biggered my wagons, I biggered the loads of the thneeds I shipped out. I was shipping them forth to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north. I went right on biggering, selling more thneeds, and I biggered my money, which everyone needs. Then again he came back. I was fixing some pipes, when that old nuisance Lorax came back with more gripes. "I am the Lorax," he coughed and whiffed. He sneezed and he snuffled. He snargled. He sniffed. "Onceler!" he cried with a cruffulous croak. "Onceler! You're making such smogulous smoke! My poor swummy swans! Why, they can't sing a note! No one can sing who has smog in his throat." "And so," said the Lorax, "please pardon my cough. They cannot live here, so I'm sending them off. Where will they go? I don't hopefully know. They may have to fly for a month or a year to escape from the smog you've smuggled up around here." "What's more," snapped the Lorax, his dander was up, "let me say a few words about Gluppity Glup. Your machine chugs on day and night without stop, making Gluppity Glup. Also, Sloppity Slop. And what do you do with this leftover goo? I'll show you, you dirty old Onceler man, you. You're glumping the pond where the humming fish hummed. No more can they hum, for their gills are all gummed. So I'm sending them off. Oh, their future is dreary. They'll walk on their fins and get woefully weary in search of some water that isn't so smeary. And then I got mad. I got terribly mad. I yelled at the Lorax. Now listen here, Dad. All you do is yap yap and say bad, 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 bad. Well, I have my rights, sir, and I'm telling you, I intend to go on doing just what I do. And for your information, you Lorax, I'm fingering on biggering and biggering and biggering and biggering, turning more truffula trees into thneeds, which everyone needs. And at that very moment, we heard a loud whack. From outside in the fields came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree. Then we heard the tree fall, the very last truffula tree of them all. No more trees, no more thneeds, no more work to be done. So in no time my uncles and aunts, every one, all waved me goodbye. They jumped into my cars and drove away under the smoke-smuggered stars. Now all that was left neath the bad-smelling sky was my big empty factory, the Lorax, and I. The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance, just gave me a very sad backwards glance, as he lifted himself by the seat of his pants, and I'll never forget the grim look on his face when he hoisted himself and took leave of this place through a hole in the smog without leaving a trace. And all that the Lorax left here in this mess was a small pile of rocks with the one word, unless. Whatever that meant, well, I just couldn't guess. That was long, long ago, but each day since that day, I've sat here and worried away. Through the years, while my buildings have fallen apart, I've worried about it with all of my heart. But now, says the Onceler, now that you're here, the word of the Lorax seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. So, catch, calls the Onceler. He lets something fall. It's a truffula seed. It's the last one of all. You're in charge of the last of the truffula seeds, and truffula trees are what everyone needs. Plant a new truffula, treat it with care, give it clean water, and feed it fresh air. Grow a forest, protect it from axes that hack, then the Lorax and all of his friends may come back.
Okay, friends, so at the beginning of our story, I asked you to think about cause and effect. Something happened that caused something else to happen. So, what are some of the important events that have happened in the story? Yes, so the Onceler started cutting down trees to make the needs. And what happened because of that? Yeah, the Barbaloots and other peoples from the town and other things in the town started getting destroyed and people left. And what was once a great, wondrous town with plenty of truffula trees and people, it didn't look so great, right? Right. So let's go over our learning intentions. So today we're learning to recognize cause and effect relationships in social studies so that we can understand that choices have negative and positive consequences. We will be successful when we can identify the cause and effect in different scenarios. All right, friends. So in today's assignment, you are going to think about cause and effect and how that relates to the story, The Lorax. Okay, so for an example, cause would be the Onceler cut down all the truffula trees. Think about what effect did that have on the Lorax. Okay, you're going to fill out each page of this assignment. You have 5 pages to do today. And when you are all done, go ahead and click the check so your teacher can see all your wonderful work. I will see you next time, friends. Thanks for doing social studies with me today. Bye.